All right, since you guys asked for a part 2, I want to update you on the situation. If you've been following everything, you already know my last video blew up, and that alone said a lot. But recently, things took a turn again. Apparently, Deltamer decided to make a response to my friend Doge, and once again, it's full of lies, full of excuses, and another attempt to flip the story like I'm the bad guy. Before that response even happened, things were already getting out of control. He started saying things that weren't just lies. They were disgusting. Things aimed at me and my friends, about our private parts, our bodies, stuff no one should ever say about anyone. That's not drama. That's not a misunderstanding, that's harassment. There's no reason to bring anyone's personal boundaries into something like this, and the fact that it even happened shows what kind of mindset he's in. Worst part, the inappropriate parts you quoted, Deltamer, was of your own friend who is a minor. A child like you shouldn't know or do things like this. And we know you were the one who wrote that on the wall of the church, because you admitted it here. I didn't make this section to start a fight. I'm making it because people need to understand just how far he escalated things before that so-called response even existed. Then came the response. Not even to me, but to my friend Doge. He didn't post it publicly. He just sent messages trying to make me look like the problem again. No proof, no accountability, just another list of lies sent privately so he could pretend he was the victim. That's his pattern. He stirs things up, then tries to twist it like everyone else is the bad guy. If you've seen how this whole situation started, you already know what I mean. And guess what, Deltamer? Your little rumor doesn't counteract the stuff you did to me either. You may think that my evidence is just statements, but here are some clips I've searched far and wide for that proves everything I said. As you can see at the start of his exposing video, I address the false report he is doing before he starts to record, which proves what he's been doing is true. It shows how he refers to me defending a bacon hater against his false report as an act of bullying a bacon. So then, he starts exposing me in his video. Now let's talk about the other lies that came out of this whole thing. One of the people in my comment section started saying I have a second channel called Deltamer Samsung with my face in it. That's completely false. I've never made a second channel except for TH3NullZRN3. I've always used this one, and everything I post has my name on it. They made that up to make it sound like I'm hiding something. Not only that, but the face shown there is nowhere close to mine. But it didn't stop there. They also started saying that all of my supporters, the people who comment, like, and back me up, are just my alt accounts. Think about that for a second. Instead of accepting that people can see through the lies, they decided to claim every single person who supports me is fake. That's not just disrespectful to me, that's disrespectful to every viewer who's taken the time to comment or defend what's right. It shows they can't handle the idea that people disagree with them, so they invent excuses instead. This section isn't about ego or clout or numbers. It's about how people handle being called out. When someone starts making up stories, bringing up personal topics, and dragging in innocent people just to feel like they're winning, that's not defending yourself, that's crossing a line. What happened here isn't just internet drama, it's an example of how quickly people resort to lies when they don't have the truth on their side. This isn't just something to shrug off or laugh about. What happened here was serious. The things he said about me and my friends weren't jokes. They were personal, targeted, and completely out of line. That kind of talk shouldn't be accepted anywhere, especially not in a community where people are just trying to have fun and play games. And then to follow that up with lies, saying I've got secret channels or fake supporters, it's obvious this wasn't about defending himself. It was about trying to destroy someone's reputation. When you go that far, it's not drama anymore. It's harassment. This situation shows how ugly things can get when someone refuses to take responsibility for their actions. I'm being real here. This affected me and my friends, and it's not something I'm going to just ignore or pretend didn't happen. What this situation really shows is how fragile the truth can look online. All it takes is one confident liar, and suddenly the entire story changes. But here's the thing, lies fade when the truth stays consistent. And I've stayed consistent from the start. I don't need fake accounts. I don't need second channels. And I definitely don't need to make things up to prove a point. Everything I've said from day one has stayed the same. I'm not here to keep this going forever. This video isn't about revenge or attention. It's about finishing the story the right way. The people who've been here know what really happened, and honestly, that's enough for me. I just hope this makes people think before they believe everything they hear online. Thank you to everyone who's supported me through all this. You guys kept it real when others didn't, and that's what matters most. I'm moving forward, but I'm not staying silent when someone lies about me again. Stay safe out there and always check the truth for yourself.